Hi Pisces, welcome to Creative Intuition Tarot. My name is MJ. I hope you are well. So Pisces, this is your New Year's Eve messages, the messages that the universe wants you to hear on the last day of 2021. And we will start with the card that will represent you, your current self. How is Pisces presenting themselves at this time? Beautiful. We have the Death card, Transformation. Now the second card represents what is it that you need to release. Release and leave it in the past as you move into the new year. What is it that you should leave in the past? And you have the Hangman. Okay, so we got two major arcanas. The third card represents what should be in your focus as you go through 2022. What is it that you need to keep in your mind, remember at all times, and keep it in your focus as you move throughout the new year? What is it for Pisces? What is it that Pisces should keep in their focus? The Knight of Crystals, so this is the Knight of Coins. Okay. Beautiful cards on the table for you. Two major arcanas on three cards. So a very powerful reading for you, Pisces. Starting with the Death card and Transformation in this particular deck. Okay, it primarily speaks of transition, liberation. So you are showing yourself up as that transformed version of yourself. Some of you may still be going through this transformation process, but for most of you, I think it's like you're almost there, okay? Or you have already presented your new form, okay? This huge transformation, your transformation is always a process. So you are definitely already going through it for quite some time. And as I said, for some, it may be that you are completing it already. For some, you may still be in progress, but it's absolutely a beautiful metamorphosis. And as this card says, liberation. So you have left, or you are leaving, some kind of limits behind you, self-imposed restrictions, and you are liberating yourself. And you can see this, well, I'm not sure what kind of a bug it is, but you will be spreading your wings. Okay, in this card you can see that the wings are still like shut down. You're almost there with your transformation. You're not fully flying yet, but you are ready to spread your wings and fly high, liberating yourself from self-imposed restrictions, but it may be also restrictions imposed by your work environment, your family, cultural things. It may be religion for some, okay? Whatever it is, it may be relationship related. But you are liberating yourself, freeing yourself up, and allowing yourself. That's the key to this, that you have allowed yourself to transform and be free, okay? So that's a beautiful metamorphosis where you have gone through a dark phase of life, that death part, but now moving towards a beautiful rebirth and coming back to life, ready to present your new form to the world, okay? So this is absolutely beautiful, and I'm a Scorpio, so the Death card is my card, and I really love the energy that is coming from it, because, as I said, it speaks of death and rebirth, okay? Now, what is it that you need to release? And you have the Hangman. This is the card of gaining perspective, a card of patience, deep meditation, flipping values. So again, you have gone through or are still completing some kind of transformation. And as you complete it, as you liberate yourself, as you transform, your values are flipping, right? You are changing. Maybe your priorities, again, it can be related to any area of life. So what is it that you need to release is definitely an encouragement to let go of those old ways of thinking, let go of those old outdated values, or priorities or perspectives. You have gained a different perspective, you have gained a different angle, a higher perspective. I said with the wings ready to fly. And the hangman is typically shown as, right, hanging, so seeing things from a higher ground, okay? So leave those old, outdated values, ways of thinking, perspectives behind, because you now see new ways of thinking, approaching things. You have put a lot of time into it. As the card says, patience, their deep meditation, okay? Transformation and the hangman, they both include a time of no action, where you stay still to allow the process to happen, right? So you have put that effort, you have been patient, you have been diligent in that process. It's time to let those old ways of thinking or perspectives or values go. Now, the hangman sometimes includes that aspect of a sacrifice, and you may feel that by leaving those old values, you may have been living by them for many years, okay? Or the way you approach things, the way you perceive things. It may feel as a sacrifice to let them go and open up to the new. But you are liberating yourself, and I feel that to some extent those old ways of thinking or values or perceptions, they have been a part of the restrictions that you have been held in, okay? So it's definitely an encouragement for you to release those old, outdated forms without any regret, okay? You now gained that higher perspective, the hangman, through this deep meditative state and flipped perspective, he gets to enlightenment, some kind of realization, okay? So with the realization, there's growth, there's widened horizons. You know more, your wisdom grows. Don't be afraid to leave the old forms behind. Now, what is it that you need to remember about and keep in your focus as you go through 2022 is the Knight of Coins, which is the slowest moving knight in the tarot deck, represented by the camel in this particular deck. This is the slowest moving knight, but he's the most diligent, he's prudent, he's persistent, okay? It's about endurance and determination. What you need to keep in your focus, again, this is the card of patience, just like the hangman. Don't rush things. Keep this in your mind and in your focus that everything has its right time. There's divine time to everything. So be focused on the journey and on the goal, on the destination that you have set up for yourself, on the goal that you created. It may be a New Year's resolution, okay? And don't try to rush things. Don't look for workarounds or shortcuts, because the journey is what is important as you go. I mean, the destination or the goal is as important too, but it's the journey that holds many opportunities for you, opportunities for growth, for expansion. Every night represents movement, progress, and expansion, right? And beautifully represented by the camel with this endurance, you have those resources that will allow you to go far, okay, without losing your strength, without losing your not only physical power, but of whatever kind, your creative resources, emotional, mental, right? You are full of those resources, and you can go far and achieve greatness, provided that in your focus you keep that goal or destination, and you are persistent and are not trying to look for those shortcuts that I mentioned, okay? Be determined and believe that the goals that you have set or the destination that you are heading towards is the right one. You can always adjust your path if for whatever reason you think that you lost it, or that it just requires adjustments. You know, your circumstances may be changing, and for this reason you may need to change or adjust your plan or your path, right? But again, even if you adjust, don't try to look for shortcuts, but be diligent in going through the whole journey, because that's where completion is at the end of that journey, okay? I hope that makes sense. So let's close it off with some positive affirmation for you. What is it that the universe wants you to hear today? Your wisdom protects you from breakdown and leads you to breakthrough. Absolutely, look at this. Your wisdom, so not only the wisdom from transformation, the wisdom that you gained from that hangman energy, right? From flipping your values, from growth, from getting to that enlightenment and realizations and revelations, okay? So your wisdom protects you from breakdown, protects you from obstacles, and leads you to breakthrough. That is beautiful, Pisces. So I'll leave it there. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Have a great New Year's Eve, and I will see you soon. Bye.